Now to my adopted community, where I live currently in Eaton County, and I'm Region 7, Clinton, Eaton, Hillsdale, Ingham, Jackson, Lenawee, Livingston, Shiawassee, and Washtenaw. We're happy to have Marcia and to share that information.
Thank you. My name is Marcia Krucher, and I'm the CEO of the Community Action Agency that covers Jackson, Lenawee, and Hillsdale County. We are a very diverse region. We cover the cities of Ann Arbor, Lansing, Jackson, as well as some very rural spots in Michigan. I think in general our area has been heavily impacted by plant closings, and we were heavily reliant on the automobile industry. So we've had tremendous upheaval in our local communities, higher unemployment than we've probably ever experienced, and it has been a very trying time. We had more than 900 people in the region. It was kind of an amazing experience because it was a very diverse group of people as well, breaking into subject groups and breaking into smaller county arenas. We didn't have the vote that Nancy had. We had presentations from each of the small groups, and so I kind of marked the top areas, which were education is probably the #1 for getting out of poverty. Also, a surprise is how many groups mentioned peer mentoring and support services. That was very, very high on the list, followed very closely then by safe and affordable housing and job training for jobs. But I wanted to mention, because it connects, I think, with both what Nancy and John said and some of the other reporters, the discussions were really going around as people were reporting about access to services. There was a lot of discussion about that there were good programs available, but programs had waiting lists, they weren't funded, there were transportation issues to get to the services, just big discussions from almost every topic area and every region about the availability and access to services. And the other one was on advocacy. The idea, and people spoke of it in different ways. Sometimes it was to plead the case, but other times it was just to raise community awareness and let people know what was going on. But there was energy, and there is, I think people are very happy to be in a group that's so large and diverse, talking about the problem and talking and feeling like perhaps there are some solutions we can come to. So it was good.
Thank you very much, Marcia. And of course, last but not least, Renee Fluker here, covering Wayne, Oakland, Macomb, and Monroe. Renee.
Hi, I'm Renee Fluker, the Community Liaison for Wayne County Department of Human Services Director's Office. And I would like to say we're the largest region. And we had over 1,500 people to attend the session. So at the present time, we don't have any votes, but votes are currently being tallied to identify the top 2, since we had so many people. We represent Macomb, Monroe, Oakland, and Wayne, which includes urban and rural. So we had a diversity of all types of people, and we had a great time. And I'm excited about this because I've started from day one on the committee working on this project, and to see what happened today was very exciting. And I agree with the other people that's sitting up here that it was just a challenge and exciting time to see great people come together. This has never been done. I've been with the agency 33 years, and we have never had anything like this. So from experience, I can say thank you to our director, and thank you, Edward. Thank you.
At this time, we're going to give our opportunity for our director, Ishmael Ahmed, to provide some closing remarks. And we'd like to thank those of you that stayed with us in terms of covering this, and let you know that the best is yet to come as a result of all the outstanding work and the 100-day plans that will be submitted by the end of January. And we'll be in constant communication with the press about these ongoing efforts and the difference it's making in the lives of Michigan children and their respective families. Ishmael?
Thanks. I think people who know me well, my wife can testify to this. I brought her to testify, Margaret. that I'm a pretty even keel guy. I never really get excited about anything or depressed about anything. And in the words of Jed Clampett, ooh-wee, this was really something. You know, we had planned on 2,000 people being here, maybe 2,500. We had to rechange all of the logistics to accommodate the over 5,000 people who were here. They came from every region of the state, every ethnic group, poor people, business people, and everything in between, all focused on a single question: how do you reduce poverty? And what does that mean in practice? And how can we leave here with a working agenda and an organizational format to make the difference? I feel like today we've got that start that we need. And not only did we talk about poverty, did we cheer ourselves to do the work, did we look at it and its face among children and families and workers and in the healthcare industry and so many other ways. But in the end, we organized ourselves to do something about it. I've said this since we started this process, that government is important and developing the political will is important. But in the end, in a democracy, it is the people who will decide, not just by voting, but by doing. And I have the faith that the people sitting here at the table and the thousands that came here today and the thousands, millions actually, that they represent can and will change the face of poverty in Michigan. To all the people who worked so hard, and if I spend my time saying their names, I will leave out inevitably many of them. They know who they are. I want to thank you, the people at DHS, the staff that put in hours and hours and evenings and traveled, the community action agencies, the commissions, the hundreds of organizations, and the poor people themselves who came here to talk about their lives and what they thought were solutions. I thank you. I thank you not only on our behalf, but the millions of people who were not here today that will benefit from the work that we'll do. Thank you.
At this time, I would like to encourage you to join the reception where we're actually launching off this great initiative to reduce poverty and maximize economic opportunities for all. Thank you so much, distinguished leads, and look forward to bothering you and to get the good news, the great news about what we're doing in our great state. Thank you again.
I could use your brain.